Okay guys, I'm here with Dainis. I think one of the nicest but scariest guys on the mats in Canada. I've really looked up to your game since very early on. I remember you beat the crap out of me at an open mat right after I got my purple belt. And you actually taught me how to prevent the half lasso. And to this day I still use that all the time.
That's awesome.
It's pretty competitive as well. World Masters medalist, World Pro medalist, Nogi Pans weight and absolute medalist. So teaching and competing.
All right, everybody, here is my role with Dainis. If you live in the Durham region area of Ontario, you should definitely go check out his gym. One thing I want you to see is how smooth and relaxed he is when he rolls, but also just the sheer diversity in the positions he plays. He does everything from Kiss of the Dragon to judo to, crab rides and twisters, and for a bigger guy, that's not super common. As he tries to spin under me for a Kiss of the Dragon back take or leg drag, I just try to keep my hip heavy and I try to block his other leg, and he uses it to enter into this X position, and then he'll probably pummel towards my back after off balancing me, which is exactly what he does. As he swims for the back, I try to fight the feet, and whenever people try to pull me backwards to take my back, I try to dive sideways so I can at least get my legs in between our two bodies. As I try to shoulder roll to hopefully turtle and re-guard, he stays pretty sticky and connected with me, and even though he doesn't have the hooks, he gets his seatbelt first. Now what happens next is a really important scenario where it highlights knee to chest importance. As I'm blocking his leg, his knee will shoot to prevent my knee coming to my chest. He literally beat me by 1/3 of a second, and he does a gator roll to still pursue my back. I just sit through to my hip and I pursue some form of guard, and he scoops my leg and he resets. So obviously he knows he's better than me, so he's not trying to kill me. He's just kind of having fun, but also he's not just working the positions he likes or is strong at. You can see in this roll, he literally plays every single position possible. As I play the underhook butterfly and I try to tip him to the side, he shifts his weight to the opposite side and he tries a bit of leg pummeling. He misses the first two, and you can see on this third one, he pushes my foot, gets his foot in between my two legs, and kind of gaining access to that inside space is so valuable. I would always encourage you guys to do it. I try to use my quarter guard here and predict the back step where I feed a butterfly and I come up. Now, as he builds his guard from the bottom, the first grip he takes is actually my sleeve grip, where I'm holding his pants. So kind of grip for grip, and he strips my grip there. He's setting up for a John Wayne sweep. I'm just familiar with it because I personally really like the John Wayne sweeps. So I sit very heavy. He still tries, almost gets me, but I managed to kind of survive and stay on top. Now, that half lasso there he's playing is just a great way to maintain distance. It's just kind of one of the most powerful frames. You'll see when I release my next video with Espen Mathisen, he talks a lot about the half lasso and kind of having it in place all the time, particularly from reverse De La Riva. I have a collar sleeve here, and I'm trying to elevate him, and as soon as I see that leg comes forward, I try to scoop it and build a wide guard position. He tries a rolling back take, and I surf up. I think here I heard a funny noise, so we stopped and we reset. I thought maybe his knee got hurt, but it was fine. As he sits back to guard again, you can see he's so relaxed. He's not going crazy looking for grips, kind of built his guard off the collar grip. And as he enters this waiter position, he's threatening my legs, rotates through into the knee bar position, and my leg was kind of left out, and that's where I got burnt. I think he knee barred me 2 different times in this roll, threatened it even more. So that was something I realized I was leaving very vulnerable. As we start again, I'm kind of using this reverse De La Riva half guard position. I try to get my heel on his body just so I have some kind of frame. I always look for this cross collar grip just to have some frame in place, and I sit up into my quarter guard position, which I'm looking to set up here. A lot of people like to backstep from quarter guard, and all I have to focus on is catching their leg, and then I can normally pursue the back. Here he kind of goes to that knee bar position, so I make an X with my legs, take out the initial leg, but then we get caught in this kind of twister battle where we can both access each other's back, but he ends up raising my hip, which exposes my back, and he gets the lead on me here. I do clear his foot, but I'm already behind because he has a much better angle than I do. As he cups my shoulder, he ends up getting my back, and my arm is trapped, which unfortunately means I'm going to have close to 0 defense. He can't get his second hook in, so he just crosses his ankles. And when I try to peel his foot, he ends up getting the choke. Whenever I roll with someone that's, significantly better than me, what I try to do is kind of move around a lot more, get into a lot more exchanges, because the more mistakes I make, kind of the more takeaways I'll have, rather than going hard and trying to survive one particular battle. Like, I know when I watch this, I'm going to have a lot of takeaways. And the nice thing is at the end, Dainis actually shows what he would have tried to improve or change in my game. So kind of stick around for that. There I tried for my long step pass, and I combo that with a diving leg drag. If he kind of raises his hips and turns through, I can normally pursue the back. And, I know he likes those knee bars, so I'm a little more wary. He caught me once, and here I'm just trying to get myself into 50-50. And here he pursues my back there, which is a very interesting combo off the knee bar attempt. Goes into a crab ride, attempts to take my back. I managed to survive that, and he just resets. Now, you saw here again, he does that leg pummeling using that shin-to-shin pummel. If you kind of like that, I would encourage you to watch Sean Williams. He's a Renzo Gracie kind of OG black belt. As I continue to work my guard here and I enter this X position, I'm kind of co-threatening taking the back along with attacking the legs. Now, he clears one of my feet, and I'm really wary about the knee bar because that is one of his specialties, and he ends up kind of passing here. So I keep the underhook, I hug the hip, and I use it to track upwards. The underhook, my hand on the hip, is what allowed me to travel with him. So if he rotates, I just move with him. That always saves me in every roll. I shrimp out as he tries to rotate through for another knee bar possibly, or even just a reverse half guard. I try to keep my feet tucked, and I fail. So I think that was the second time he knee barred me.
Can you pick out one big mistake or something I could improve from our roll?
Yeah, so I thought about one thing. So when you kind of did like the Jedi mind trick there from the half guard.
Yeah.
So here, when I did the back step here, and then I think I tried to knee bar you over here, but you had I think you had your legs crossed here. Like this
Here?
too. And yeah, I think you had this.
Okay.
I think you had the underhook and your legs were crossed over here too. So what I would do is I would just start coming up hard over here. So get the collar and like don't let me get to your legs. So anytime I'm here and I'm trying to get to your legs, just immediately hook yourself to my upper body. Yeah, because this makes it a lot harder for me to start attacking your legs. Now from here you can start climbing and then rolling me. You can start
like
rolling,
this?
yeah. And then if I keep trying to attack your legs now, you see you can keep your legs crossed. Then you can start to like pull myself in, and now I'm in a really bad spot.
Okay.
So that's just a general idea. Like anytime I'm here, because I was doing like a lot of back steps and then trying to get your legs here, and your legs were crossed, right? I didn't get the knee bar right away, right?
Yeah.
But then you were just too focused on like trying to roll out. You gave me a lot of space and a lot of time to work.
I see.
Eventually, I'm gonna start disconnecting things, right? So as soon as I'm here, just hook a tight seatbelt around me, and you've got really long arms, you see? Now this is terrible for me. Now,
Do I try to stretch you this way?
yeah, you try to pull me, and now you can start bridging, right? Or at least you're safe from the knee bar, but then you can start playing around with your legs, and now sweeping me. And even if I'm really stubborn with this, like this, like sometimes you could even like roll me over, like you can bridge, roll me over here. Now you could just cross your ankle, you keep your ankles, sprawl your legs. Now I'm in a terrible spot. You'll probably submit me. Sometimes you can even roll me over the other way. That's it, yeah. And even from the same position here, like if you lock this in, sometimes you can even roll me over like this, so you can start bringing me here. You can force me this way as well too sometimes.
I see.
But that was it, like,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I think that you could do better, like during that roll.
Okay.
I think that was the main thing that stood out.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
But yeah, just quickly connect
Upper
with
body.
upper body.
I never do that.
Yeah, because then I can't stretch away.
Okay. Oh, that's really
I think
good.
that will make a big difference, because I think that's the only thing I was able to do, like with some leg locks, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Dainis.
Well, thanks for having me.
If you guys enjoyed that, check out Dainis' course on BJJ Fanatics. I'll include a link below. It's 50% off right now. And for sure, Dainis has blended judo within BJJ better than anyone I've seen. It's terrifying. You can check out his page and you'll see highlights.